My name is Kristy and this is my God story. On February 11th, 2012, my brother was diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver caused by alcoholism. Every doctor that he saw told him that he wouldn't make it the 6 months needed for a liver, and most of them didn't think he could be sober that long anyway. I joined a Bible study during that time, and we studied Experiencing God. And it was really helpful to me during that time. It taught me how to just trust in God and live each day for its own. So my brother ended up going home from the hospital to die. We wanted to get him on the transplant list, but his body had to be a certain amount of stable before they could do that. It just wasn't looking good. He was swollen. It hurt to touch him. He couldn't drink water. I just didn't know each day if that would be the last day I would ever see him again. And I went home, and I remember getting on my knees in prayer, literally on my knees. My brother fought and lived a few more weeks, and on November 9th, we were told that he would be receiving a liver, and the surgery happened at 2 a.m. on my birthday, November 10th. It was the hardest experience of my life, but I learned the power of prayer, and I also learned how close I could be to God, and I got to see a miracle. So it was a terrible year, but a great one. That experience with my brother really helped me. This year, my brother-in-law, who I'm very close with, I spend a lot of time with my brother-in-law and my sister. He was diagnosed with stage 4 esophageal cancer. It had spread to his lymph nodes, his thyroid, and his stomach. And he wasn't, basically the odds aren't good with that. The chances of survival are below 4%. And when you really dig into the type of cancer he had, there is no survival rate. Within the first week, I decided that I was not going to mourn his death until he was dead, just like I decided with my brother. And everything on the radio was praise and worship, and 2 songs really stood out during that time. How Great Is Our God, and Our God is Stronger, and Our God is Healer. And I just really felt that God would be glorified through whatever happened, good or bad, to my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law decided to fight this cancer privately and didn't really want many visitors. So I didn't know what else to do, and I decided that the only thing that I could do besides pray is try to raise money for them. I decided to have a couple garage sales. We had friends donate items, we had friends show up with money, and between the 2 sales, we were able to raise exactly what they needed to pay their deductibles, which was nearly $7,000. During the garage sale, we had a nurse show up who was very familiar with cancer, and we told her the type of cancer it was. And the look on her face was just grim. It kind of dampened everyone's spirits. And throughout this garage sale, I had a lot of interaction with my sister-in-law, or my sister and brother-in-law's friends. And so many of them just had no hope. I've been told many times that because I had hope, I was in denial. I was told that I needed to prepare for his death. That's what they wanted me to do. The biggest one that stuck in my head is people told me I needed to be realistic. And I wondered if I was being unrealistic. Was I in denial? Was I going to be hit with shock? And what I realized is that by being realistic, according to the world, I wasn't trusting God to heal my brother-in-law. On March 24th, he went in for a PET scan, and after 3 rounds of chemo, the results were read to my sister and him. My sister was dictating notes as they were speaking, and basically there was no more cancer in his body. It was completely gone. The one thing I'm not hearing from most people is that it's a miracle. I really think they're the ones in denial now. Because when you're dealing with a cancer that's 100% deadly and there's no sign of it anymore, I don't have any other word for it.